Liv Morgan is injured. Mansoor to stay with WWE. And last night we held TNA Rebellion 2026. And it drew 13,770 fans, which was not bad at all. Let's see. We don't have no events scheduled. Let's see when the next one is. May. We will book one for the third week in May. And it'll be a Saturday to really prepare them good for it. Okay, the Creed brothers have won the WWE Raw Tag Team titles. And we see Sabrina Jr. going in contract. Bryan Saxton. Not bad. I still can't believe that AEW released Chris Jericho like that, though. Oh, anyhow, we'll continue to Thunder. Okay, Cash Wheeler welcomes the show to TNA Thunder for 64. And then we see Axel Dieter Jr. versus Bobby Roode, in which Axel Dieter Jr. actually defeated Bobby Roode for 37. Not bad. Jay White and Tony Storm open the second part of the show. More like, the bland first couple segments. This is like the opener for the next better things. And Jay White is hyping up the new game, TNA, the Impact Zone 26, 2K26, for not 2K27, but The Rock and Chris Jericho are backstage, and Chris Jericho walks off from The Rock, and The Rock turns Chris Jericho around and rock bottoms him. And Murphy defeated Jay White with a Silver Star press for 44, which is not bad. We're bringing back Murphy full time. He hasn't had a match in like 3 months, which is bad. But Ace Austin has an angle talking about his title while it's around his hip. And every time he says something about the title, he points down to it. AJ Styles defeated Dustin Rhodes with a springboard 450 splash for a 57. And we see Ace Austin defeat Cash Wheeler again with the fold for a 70. Overall rating was a 70, not bad. Dolph Ziggler and Finn Balor opened the show with a terrific match in which Finn Balor defeated Dolph Ziggler with a coup de grace for a 48. And then we see The Rock come out and he's talking about being electrifying and the people's champion. But Lacey Ryan makes defense number 3 of the TNA Knockouts World title for a 47. And we see Murphy defeat AJ Styles with the Silver Shock for a 56. And then Ace Austin defeated Austin Aries for a 73. And, Ace Austin knocked a low blow to referee mid-match, in which we saw Ross Von Erich take over as referee. So, yeah, it's a good match. Not bad. Okay, we start to show off with Kerry Bristow defeating Alex Windsor for a 42. Not bad. But The Rock goes to rock bottom Cash Wheeler, but instead trips him with the slightest work of his feet, and then does a people's elbow to him. Okay, Jeff Jarrett comes out, and he announces that the winner of the upcoming bout between Bryan Danielson and Jeff Hardy will get a title shot against none other than Ace Austin, and either one can declare it at any time that they want to. Bryan Danielson defeated Jeff Hardy, and then after a match, Bryan Danielson says, "Tonight in the main event, I want Ace Austin." Cesar Bononi versus Chris Sabin. Chris Sabin defeated Cesar Bononi for a 44. Ace Austin arrives at the building in a limo, doing a Ric Flair style for a 72. And then AJ Styles defeated Chris Danger with a Styles Clash. And then afterwards we see Laredo Kid versus Murphy. Murphy defeated Laredo Kid by pinfall with a Silver Star Press for a 59. And then we see Ace Austin, Batista, Marshall Von Erich, and Ross Von Erich saying they will do whatever in their power to keep the world title on Ace Austin. DIY vs. Lethal Injection. Lethal Injection defeated DIY when Adam Brooks pinned Tommaso Ciampa with the Swanton. Rick Perry suffered a broken jaw in this match. Chris Jericho vs. Austin Theory. And it looked like Austin Theory was about to lose to Chris Jericho, but Murphy came out from the crowd and distracted Chris Jericho. And then we see Ace Austin versus Bryan Danielson, and Ace Austin defeated Bryan Danielson with the sharpshooter of his. But after the match, Ace Austin keeps Bryan Danielson in the sharpshooter and refuses to let go of his submission hold. And Shera, Moose, and Stalin Rogers have to drag Ace off of Danielson as Ace is carted off. The camera returns to an obviously injured Danielson for a 72. That's not bad. And the match that stood out was, well, the segments was the submission one, the Ace Austin one, the Ace Club, Worker arrives in limousine, and then these two really stood out. We increased our popularity in 7 regions, but the general feeling is that TNA doesn't have enough interesting storylines going on. Okay. Let's see. Some found it underwhelming. Ooh, Trick Williams rising. Okay, so Cash Wheeler opens the show for a 67. And then Lacey Ryan defeated Shayna Baszler with a frog splash for a 51. Toni Storm comes out and says she wants a rematch at the next Premium Live event. And then Bobby Roode defeated Chris Danger with a payoff. Christian Cage defeated Bully Ray with a kill switch. Sami Zayn and Brock Lesnar has a promo. And it looks like Sami Zayn and Brock Lesnar is actually kind of shaking on each other's great matches lately. Chris Jericho and Eric Bugenhagen comes out, and they both say that they're the greatest. Jeff Hardy defeated Lucky Ollie with a Swanton Bomb for a 50. And then Ace Austin and Austin Theory holds a promo. Ace Austin puts Austin Theory in the sharpshooter. Sami Zayn defeated Laredo Kid for a 61. Ace Austin defeated AJ Styles for an 84, which is not bad. And then Brock Lesnar defeated Bryan Danielson after a distraction from Batista. Ace Austin and Austin Theory has a promo to start it out. Ace Austin's telling Austin Theory that if he joins the Ace Club, it will be beneficial to him. Bryan Danielson says that at the next pay-per-view, it's him versus Ace Austin. in a steel cage. And Chris Jericho and Edge, as Chris Jericho saying he's the greatest, Edge's music hits and he says, no, there's a lot more young talent on this roster that is greater than you. And he spears Chris Jericho for an 84. Randy Orton RKO Dolph Ziggler and pinned him for in 9 minutes and 34 seconds for a 53. And then Cash Wheeler hops up TNA the Impact Zone 2K26. Bobby Roode vs. Eric Young with the payoff. The Von Erichs defeated Trey McGill with an Iron Claw. Okay, we have Marshall Von Erich and Richard Holiday in an angle starting the show to TNA Thunder. We have Cash Wheeler hyping up TNA, the Impact Zone 2K26. And he says, pre-order it now to play only as RVD. Chris Jericho keeps with the how great he is for an 88. Denny Jackson defeated Christina Von Eerie with a high kick for a 43. And then Dolph Ziggler defeated Finn Balor with a zigzag. Chris Bay comes out and he is talking about Ace Austin and how much Ace Austin has changed. And then Ace Austin versus Dean Muhadi. Anyhow, we seen Austin Theory's answer when he ran in mid-match and attacked Ace Austin. But it got an 80, which is not bad. Not bad, the show got 72. Okay, Chris Jericho starts the Impact off saying how great he is. That he's the greatest. But we do have a 4-way match which determines the number 1 contender for the women's title. And Denny Jackson submitted Alex Garcia with the crippler crossface for a 48. So Denny Jackson's going to the pay-per-view. Alice Crowley made defense number 1 of her new defense for wrestling strong women's title. And then Brock Lesnar holds an angle. Lucky Ollie defeated Finn Balor with a frog splash for a 59. Sheamus says anybody in the back, come out here and face him. One-on-one, he doesn't care who it is. Then we hear Claudio Castagnoli's theme song. And Sheamus sees his old friend and looks perplexed. And then Claudio defeated Sheamus with a neutralizer for a 59. But Jeff Jarrett says that Austin Theory and Bryan Danielson will face tonight to see who the number 1 contender is for the world title. But first, Dolph Ziggler defeated Chris Jericho with a zigzag. And then Bryan Danielson defeated Austin Theory after he low-blowed Austin Theory for a 70. But afterwards, it's short-lived when Batista and Ace Austin attacked him. Okay, we opened the show with Jeff Hardy vs. Finn Balor for a 56. Ooh. Anyhow, Tony Storm and Sami Zayn hype up the new video game that TNA is promoting. And then Bryan Danielson and Austin Theory argue over who is going to be the number 1 contender due to Bryan Danielson cheating. Samoa Joe vs. Matt Riddle. Samoa Joe defeated Matt Riddle by submission with the Coquina Clutch. And then Cash Wheeler is unhappy and he's angry. But Murphy defeated Sheamus with the Silver Star Press for a 53. And then Eric Redbeard defeated Frankie Kazarian by pinfall with a greeting from the north. Richard Holiday holds an angle for a 60. Chris Jericho and Edge holds a match where Chris Jericho goes to attack Edge, Edge spears Chris Jericho. And then the World's Most Wanted versus Lethal Injection. Adam Brooks pinned Aaron Stevens with a swanton. And Randy Orton is backstage with Jeff Jarrett. He asks to be given another chance to wrestle Ace Austin in a singles match for the title. And Jarrett accepts the request. Then Alex Shelley versus Austin Aries. Austin Aries defeated Alex Shelley with a 450 splash. And then Ace Austin defeated Randy Orton by pinfall at the Fold to make defense number 3 of the TNA World title. The show increased our popularity in 9 regions. Not bad. Okay, we start the show off with the 5x5 match. A 5-man team match. For 46, Murphy defeated them all. Dustin Rhodes defeated Frankie Kazarian with a suplex snap neckbreaker for 37. Chris Danger makes defense number 4 of the TNA Digital Media title. Finn Balor defeated Chris Jericho with a brainbuster for 49. Denny Jackson wins the TNA Knockouts World title for 47. Tony Storm and Chris Jericho are holding an angle. Chris Jericho says he's the greatest, and Tony Storm kicks him in the groin. Claudio Castagnoli defeated Austin Theory with a neutralizer. Dolph Ziggler defeated Jeff Hardy with a zigzag. Dolph Ziggler wins the TNA Grand title for 49. And we see DLL win the tag team titles for 69. And then we see Ace Austin make defense number 4 of the TNA World title for 73. And then, the show lost its popularity in 8 regions. Okay, I'm going to stop it here tonight, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share it with your friends, your family, and don't forget, share it with your dog.